Hey everybody, I want to talk to parents who have relationships with their kids and they're scared to death if their son or daughter might follow the same path of parental estrangement that millions of others have. So anyways, I think with the inception of the internet, when we had computers, cell phones, etc., you see a lot of family members on their phones in the same room or at the same table, and they don't communicate anymore. There's a disconnect, and it's been happening for a long time. This is nothing new. It's 20 years at least, per se. And so anyways, one way to possibly prevent parental estrangement, and this is helping those who are coming after us, raising babies, maybe have teenagers or are struggling with the kids they still have at home. Avoid communicating with your son or daughter through social media, cell phones, etc., if you are in the same space. It's one thing if you're sitting next to your daughter and you see a cute video and you want to share it with her, but you shouldn't be texting one another if you can walk to the next room and say what you have to say. Now, granted, if you are disconnected and they're out and about and in a vehicle, etc., and you're nowhere close to the same sphere, then yeah, that's just kind of normal to say, hey, where are you going, or when are you coming home, etc. But a majority of your in-person conversations should be where you are making eye contact and looking at one another. And the reason I'm suggesting this is because a lot of folks will send a nasty message to their parent and they don't have to see your face when their messages hurt. They don't have to see you cry. They don't have to see your reaction. They just can't comprehend sometimes how much internal damage they are causing. So there's something about seeing someone's face which causes a lot of us to pause, where we think before we speak. You know, you're with a friend, she says, how do I look in these jeans? And you say, well, how do you feel? Because if you feel good, you look good, and that's all that counts. And maybe inside you're saying, well, I wouldn't wear those, or maybe they're not the most flattering, but you know you wouldn't say that because you don't want to see the hurt and disappointment on that person's face when maybe they've lost 50 pounds and they, for the first time, feel good about themselves and they can finally fit into a size 12 instead of a size 16. So those of us who were raised prior to screens may have a slight more wherewithal to stop, drop, and think before we say something that we know is going to cause someone else pain. So anyways, it's just a thought. You can do what you want, and that's just the way it is. So anyways, that's all I've got, and I will be back.